The Knicks took the floor in front of the home crowd, looking to avenge a November road loss to the Magic in Orlando and reel off their 5th straight victory.
Orlando's playing really well, doing a lot of great things. I think most importantly, they're playing really, really hard. They defend in a physical way, and offensively they move the basketball, they share the ball a lot, and makes it tough to lock in on any one guy.
Saturday's win over the Bulls was New York's 4th straight win. Tonight begins a stretch where the Knicks will play 10 straight games versus teams with a winning record. First test, the gritty and much improved Orlando Magic.
A tight battle ensued at MSG, with the Knicks trailing by a slim margin for most of the contest. New York remained in striking distance due to the offensive prowess of one of its best defenders.
Fakes, drives, goes underneath and backs it in. Lance Thomas with quite a past 60 seconds, and the Knicks within 2. Thomas on his full repertoire.
Obviously, he's a great defender for us, but when he can take advantage of his offensive opportunities, whether it be from 3 or penetration or however they come, it's going to always be a plus for us.
Every time we kind of got right there to the edge, they'd make a tough shot, or we turn it over, or we wouldn't come up with a loose ball, and they capitalized on it.
Falling away, an array of moves for Vucevic. 20 points in 26 minutes. Shaking and baking that time. Vucevic has played a terrific game and does it again. Mesmerizing moves by the 7-footer.
Nikola Vucevic and the young Magic were stubborn down the stretch and would not relinquish the lead. Behind 26-9 from its leading scorer, Orlando held on to its advantage throughout and came away with the 107-99 victory.
We didn't get the stops at crucial points in the game when we needed them. Sucks. We're going to figure it out, but just from a competitor standpoint, it sucks to lose like that.
We played them twice, they beat us twice, so we'll have to analyze those 2 situations and look at the things we did well, hopefully get a road win.
After tweaking his ankle in the 3rd quarter versus the Magic, Carmelo Anthony was ruled out for the 3rd matchup against Cleveland. With Kyle O'Quinn also out for his 2nd straight contest, the Knicks were suddenly shorthanded against a formidable Cavs squad featuring the return of all-star guard Kyrie Irving.
They're healthy for the first time in a long time. We're not healthy for the first time in a long time. So it's a next man up type of mentality.
We just got to go out there and continue to play hard. We know that it's going to take a big effort from everybody tonight.
Expecting Cleveland to be at their best and still find ways to have a chance to win.
The Cavs built an 11-point advantage in the 2nd quarter on their home floor, powered by Kevin Love, but the Knicks fought back, eventually taking a 4th quarter lead behind big shots from Aaron Aflalo and Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis knocks down a 3. Lance Thomas skates inside, and Porzingis cleaned it up.
There were more opportunities out there tonight with Carmelo being out, and he took advantage of them. He had an aggressive mindset right from the start.
I think I found a little bit. I got that rhythm back a little bit.
When we play as a team, we are a really good team. And we were doing that for, maybe the beginning was a little bit off. But after that, I think we compete pretty well, and we were right there.
We were fighting hard. We were the whole game. We have heart. Our fight was there. We were fighting until the last minute. We just turned the ball over a couple of times in important moments at the end, and maybe missed some shots, and they were better at the end.
LeBron James inside. Shaking the leg.
At the end, like I said, it was a couple of fast breaks, LeBron dunk, and that was kind of the game.
For the guys to put the effort and energy into the game, to give us a chance to win it down the stretch and come up short, those are always the tougher ones.
Got to keep working. Got a tough games coming up, but I think the team is competing, is doing the right things. We just got to finish it a little bit better.
After a quick stop home for Christmas, the squad boarded a flight down south with a healthy Carmelo Anthony for the 2nd matchup of the season against the Atlanta Hawks.
They capitalized off of everybody's turnover, so we got to limit our turnover tonight. Get the shots that we want, and then go from there and then continue building on the defensive end.
They got really good players. Jeff Teague's a handful in the backcourt, and their front court's no slouch either. They have Horford, Millsap, and they have a good bench.
It's a great opportunity for us to continue to, kind of raise our level and continue to grow and evolve. And I think the guys are looking forward to it after having a couple of days away.
Our holiday week of basketball continues from downtown Atlanta. We welcome you to our coverage of Hawks basketball, as tonight it's Atlanta against the New York Knicks.
The Knicks stormed out of the gate in the first quarter behind 9 points and 6 boards from Melo. The Knicks were scorching hot from the field, hitting 14 of 22 and 3 of 6 behind the arc while building a 10-point lead.
I think we were moving the ball. People were being aggressive. So that fostered a lot of confidence. Shots were falling.
It was a great start. We were playing really good basketball and we were making shots. We were moving the ball. I think they came out a little flat, maybe a couple of days off. It happens sometimes. We were good sharing the ball.
They realized that we came here to play from the beginning, and they stepped up and they really had a great game to start making shots. And we couldn't keep up with them.
They started the third quarter to come out and try and take control of the game right away, and we couldn't match their speed, their ball movement, and the way they played offensively. We couldn't slow them down and stop the penetration, and so they continued to get into our paint almost the entire second half.
They do a great job of getting into the teeth of the defense, moving the ball, getting everybody involved, making everybody a threat.
The Hawks outscored the Knicks 27-12 in the third quarter and took a commanding lead with stellar play on both sides of the floor. New York had little time to lament the 117-98 defeat with a quick turnaround in Boston the following night.
Whenever you have a bad game, the next day or the day after, you have another chance and go out there and play your heart out.
When the team is moving as fast as they were, playing at the pace they were, scoring at the clip they were, that is frustrating. It does take away your energy. But that's when we have to be able to, still continue to fight and work through that. So we'll have another opportunity to do that tonight. We'll see how we do.
Knicks and the Boston Celtics, a sellout crowd expected at the TD Garden as the Knicks look to bounce back after last night's struggle in the second half in Atlanta. It's all coming up next on MSG.
This will be a different test tonight. This is one of the more physical teams we've played all year, and they showed us that in their first exhibition game. They really manhandled us. And so we'll see how we respond after that road game yesterday.
They have several guys that are good on the ball defenders, very active team, defensive-minded guys that enjoy playing on that end of the floor. And so you really have to play offense through the pass like we talked about prior to the game. And in the first half, for sure, we didn't do that. It got a little bit better in the second half. But, you play against good teams, you have to be able to sustain it for both halves. And, we were behind again and had to fight uphill the rest of the way.
They sped us up a little bit. We were trying to play at their pace instead of playing at our pace. And we threw the ball away, 4 or 5 times early in that third.
We just couldn't make shots. We were missing wide open shots. We were missing shots that we normally make. And I can feel it's right there. It's just in and out or a little long, a little too short, just right there. And it's frustrating.
I thought we had some great looks, even when we cut the lead to 5. It just didn't go in.
We stayed together. Our defense hung in there. We showed more resolve tonight, but it's still not good enough.
Despite 29 points and 10 boards from Carmelo Anthony, the Knicks were unable to overcome a double-digit deficit, falling in their first meeting with Boston 100-91.
It feels like we're kind of digging ourselves a hole. We're starting off slow, and then we got to pick it up. And by the time we come back, either we fatigued or, we're hoping and praying that things go our way when things don't go our way. So, the games that we lose, I do feel like we put ourselves in the same situation.
We gotta stay positive, stick together, and we have an next game in 2 days.